Hello, we are so excited today to be with Marcus Tanner. We have the greatest event that is going on at Coligny called the SouperBowl Caring, and Marcus Tanner, who has done the most incredible job of feeding people in our community, and your team of volunteers is getting ready to just welcome all of you with open arms.
Absolutely.
So you must come and join us at Coligny.
Absolutely. Yeah, so SouperBowl Caring has been my favorite event since I've been a part of Second Helpings for over 2 years. Just the community, everyone coming together for a great cause. The food is fantastic. The fellowship, everything about it is so amazing.
It's so great. And if y'all don't know about the SouperBowl Caring, it's soup, S-O-U-P, and it takes place the day before the Super Bowl.
Which is so cool.
And it's a national event that we have brought right here to Coligny, and believe it or not, it was started in Columbia, South Carolina, but it's spread out all across the country and the world, and it's to raise money for food rescue in communities. And so we have partnered with Second Helpings. We have many restaurants come out. They bring out their best soup displays. You buy a ticket and you get a tasting for those lovely soups.
And you can have all the soups.
All the
you take everything.
Yeah.
And there's a little chill in the air, so you wrap up a little bit. And it's such a community event.
And we have the Chili Willy Band,
which is so fun. I love the Chili Willy
Band. And our favorite, Monty Jets.
Absolutely.
And so it's just a really great event, and we hope that you can come join us.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We have our volunteers show up, they man the booths, they walk around, they mix and mingle, and we get to tell the community exactly what the funding does for it to go back into the community. And so
let's talk a little bit about
how many people you have fed.
Absolutely.
It's amazing.
So what Second Helpings does is we're able, because of our volunteers and our amazing donors, we're able to get the cost of a meal down to 18 cents per meal. So every dollar we take in puts over 5 meals back into the community. So if you think about last year, we had a little over $4,200. That was over 23,000 meals that went right back out into the community.
Oh, that just makes my heart so happy.
It's absolutely amazing. And
so tell us a little bit about your food rescue operations, because I think that everybody wants to know, a broader scope of that. You do it on Hilton Head, and then you have your distribution agencies, but then you also do it in Hampton and Jasper County.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so for just over 31 years, we've been rescuing food, and I like the term rescue because we're going to grocery stores and picking up food that otherwise would have been thrown out or discarded, and it's good food. It's not bad food. It's good food, so we're preventing waste. But the amazing thing is our volunteers show up every day in Beaufort, Jasper, and Hampton. We've got trucks in Hilton Head, we've got trucks in Bluffton, and trucks in Beaufort. They show up every day, they drive their trucks, and every truck on average picks up anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. Everything we get that day goes back into the community, back into the agencies, and then so really what we rescued this morning, tonight will be in
somebody's table.
Absolutely. It's such a quick turnaround, so we're able to take a lot of food and get it back into the community as soon as possible.
We are so passionate about what you're doing because you really, people that wouldn't have a hot meal or a meal at all, you're putting something on their table.
Yeah.
Right.
And
we're talking about a lot. Well, and
yes.
I'm sorry, Leslie, but a lot. I want to talk about fresh fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
Right, because we know about
yes.
food deserts, right? We have
Absolutely.
food deserts on Hilton Head, believe it or not. We have food deserts in Jasper and in Hampton County, and you're providing fresh produce to communities and to agencies. And let's talk about these agencies. Like the Boys and Girls Club is an agency, right? So the kids that are getting picked up, Deep Well,
Sandalwood. These are all places here on the island that we do that with. So we're able to not only rescue food, but we actually, through distributors, we purchase food at a reduced cost.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I had
no idea.
Yep. And the reason why we do that is because oftentimes we've noticed that there's a lack of some of those fresh, vibrant produce.
Yes.
But what we do rescue, that day it goes out the door. And these are people who otherwise, number one, would not have had anything to eat, or they don't have enough resources to have 3 meals a day.
Right.
So our agencies,
or to get to a grocery store, or to absolutely.
And so we go to those agencies, and we have looked at a map, and we've picked out certain areas that we know that are food deserts. And we either plant an agency, or we go out and find an agency that's currently serving that area, and we try to bring them on as Second Helpings agency, so we can bring them more food every week to be able to make sure they can feed their community.
You know, Marcus, with your leadership, it was fun. I love coming and meeting with you and seeing everything in action.
Yes, ma'am.
And you really changed some of the routes. You discovered places that
ma'am.
maybe were getting more food and some that were getting less food, and you really got in there and reworked all of that. So in general, Second Helpings is feeding so many
Yes,
more
ma'am.
people.
So when I first started, I began to ask all the volunteers and our board and everybody, like, how do we do this? How do we determine who gets what?
Right.
And I got a lot of different answers. And then it was a few months before I really started figuring out exactly what we needed to do to make every pound go further, to make every pound count. So we visited all of our agencies, over
Wow.
50 agencies, and we went and sat down with them and said, hey, what do you need? How can we help? What's working? What can we do differently? And by getting that information and coming back and looking at how much food we take in, we're able to allocate 8 pounds per person to each agency so they get their fair, equitable share of what they need to be able to feed their people, and that makes every pound count and makes every
amazing.
pound go exactly where it needs to, so there is
Amazing.
no waste.
Super Bowl of Caring. It's taking place the day before the Super Bowl, the NFL Super Bowl. So this will be on Saturday, February 10th. Marcus, thanks for being with us.
Thank
Coligny.
you.
At Coligny. We
Coligny.
can't wait to see you
Yeah,
there.
thank
and
you.
Marcus, thanks for being here, and
Thank
we'll
you
be
so
right
much.
back.
Okay, well, we've had a great show today, and I have to make an announcement. I have a new grandbaby. He's the fourth.
the
James
most
Norris
exciting.
Richardson, the fourth.
If you have not seen the new baby, you can go to the Coligny Facebook and Instagram page and see the precious photos.
We're so excited.
So this is James Norris Richardson, the founder of Coligny Plaza in 1955.
Yes.
This is his great
Grandson, great grandson. So anyway, you need to come to Coligny because we actually have a big birthday coming up next year.
Yes, absolutely.
And we want everybody in here to come and explore Coligny because we're going to have a lot of celebrating in the future. And we hope you all had a great time on the show today.
Happy February and congratulations on the precious baby.
My heart.
And we love it. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you next month.